This is my audience. Okay, my name is Estela Palacios. Today we're going to be talking about zoos and why they're inhumane. So imagine living the rest of your life on a small, secluded island. You'd be eating the same things every day, no socialization, and just feeling like you're doing the same thing every single day repeatedly. Animals in captivity live a life like this. So a few years ago, I would take my daughter to the zoo all the time. I had a really close friend. She opened up my eyes and asked me what I benefited from going to the zoo. So I told her it was just for entertainment to go out and get out of the house. Well, she educated me on how animals were treated and why they always just seemed really lazy. So I then decided to visit a sanctuary. The animals are completely different. You could see a difference in mental health. Zoos are a cage for the animals who should be living in their natural environment. They live the same day repeatedly and should not live life like this. If we boycott zoos and put money into natural sanctuaries or supporting their natural habitats, they will have healthier and longer lives. When in the wild, animals are free to roam for endless miles. They have the opportunity to let their natural instincts take over. They explore land, they play with other animals, and they enjoy the freedom that they have. Wild animals have a need for social behavior and ecological needs. Most zoos are unable to meet these requirements for the animals' well-being. They offer minimum needs, and they're not enough for these animals to thrive mentally. The lack of space and the lack of socialization leads to something called zoochosis. Signs include but aren't limited to circling, pacing, rocking, vomiting, and mutating themselves. Zookeepers have given the animals antidepressants or tranquilizers so that they could try to hide the fact that these animals are under stress. Some zoos do show neglect for their animals. They have them in dirty enclosures. They give them dirty water. The animals don't have the proper replica of their natural habitat, and they become frustrated because they're living in a cage. According to PETA, and many animals are desperate to escape the enclosures they're placed in, and they want to just get their freedom back. And although being face-to-face with exotic animals is an amazing experience, are zoos more of an educational thing or a business? So zoos are a business no matter how you look at them. They benefit from people paying money to visit the facility for entertainment purposes. They offer natural prisons to wildlife animals and leave them stuck to a life behind bars. They have so many people under the impression that they're the reason that species aren't extinct. But what good do they bring these animals breeding them when they have no home to go to? They will live in captivity for the rest of their life and will never experience what it's like to be themselves. Zoos are hardly educational. When was the last time you learned anything while visiting the zoo? The animals are caged, lonely, and have zero opportunity to follow their instincts. Meet and greets with animals are also bad for them. That introduces them to different germs that could possibly get them extremely ill. People also don't realize the danger that they could put themselves in should these animals' natural instincts kick in and they become a danger to themselves and to the people. A zoo is not the only option for hurt or endangered species. The world has many options. There's few things that we could do to kind of help them out. When you visit a zoo and if you see unlivable conditions or if you see any concern for any of the animals there, you can go ahead and report it. Let your families and friends know of problems the animals are having in zoos and encourage them to go somewhere else to see wildlife in their natural environment. Visiting wildlife recovery centers or any sanctuary that offers rehabilitation for the animals, donating to places that offer to keep up with natural habitats and natural environments. And the most effective way to help endangered species is to protect their habitats and give them the opportunity to naturally breed. So with this, knowledge is power, and with knowledge comes change. These animals deserve to be in their natural habitat where they can thrive. I hope with all you now know, you'll think twice about spending money in places that cage all the wild animals. Look more into sanctuaries to visit with family and show our next generation how animals should live and be appreciated.